Now we'll move to the next abbreviation, which will be looking at what it is. And this is what is known as the CRH, that's the corticotropin releasing hormone. So just like we suffer within the British, and American English, here too we suffer like that. Do you understand? So the spelling of corticotropin, some people could call it with a H, some people could call it without a H, corticotropin. Some people call it corticotropin. It's all right. Do you understand? So it's actually a peptide hormone. It's produced in the hypothalamus and it plays a central role in the body's stress response. Okay? So what does it do? The source is basically is secreted by the paraventricular nucleus of the hypothalamus. So target is it actually gets to stimulate the anterior pituitary gland so that it can release adrenocorticotropic hormone. Okay? So what's a cascade? When the corticotropin releasing hormone is released, okay, it acts, it stimulates what? Adrenocorticotropic hormone. That's the corticotropic releasing hormone will stimulate adrenocorticotropic hormone, you know, release from the adrenal glands, you know. So the adrenocorticotropic releasing hormone will now what? Stimulate what? So that there's release of cortisol. Okay, so that there's release of cortisol from the adrenal gland. So roles beyond stress is it also it stimulates the immune system, so it modulates inflammation and immune response. Behavior to it influences how you are anxious, your mood, and appetite. Pregnancy too is produced by the placenta, so it helps to regulate the timing of your labor. So clinical significance is when there's Cushing's disease or Cushing's syndrome, it shows that maybe there's excess. Um, sorry, I'm coming. It shows that there's excess corticotropin releasing hormone, so it's stimulating too much of adrenocorticotropic hormone to be released. So also in depression and anxiety, shows that there's dysregulation of the corticotropin releasing hormone. Okay, so you also have a test which is done in the lab, and for chemical pathology, that's what to be interested in. We call that the corticotropin releasing hormone stimulation test. So it helps to distinguish where the cause of adrenal insufficiency is coming from, okay, or Cushing syndrome, where the cause is coming from, okay. So I think this is what we have as regard, corticotropin releasing hormone.